My next upload this evening or this afternoon is with regard to the very disrespectful manner of occasions of offence that women and children's rights have been incorporated as a topic in this entire debacle in Tralee, County Kerry, when I became a married mother in 2015, and my marriage has entailed the most outrageous, disgraceful, unforgivable, inexcusable offences that I shouldn't have ever had to experience. There have been very dangerous intrusions on my personal space. My child has been very severely and dangerously affected, and my child has been unforgivably withheld from his mother. My child has been exposed to people that he shouldn't have been in any interaction with. My marriage has also entailed poverty. My spouse does not honour his obligations, and I live in poverty, and I have 2 farm holdings to my name as of 2015, and I have worked on my property since 2014. My work on my marital property caused very serious physical damages to my body. The practitioners that I have interacted with did not treat my medical conditions as a consequence of the injuries on my farm holdings when I was busy and occupied and purposefully working on my property. And that was even before and after I gave birth. So I've also experienced not just poverty and impoverishment, but there's been also the issue of isolation due to individuals that have been adulterous in my marriage. There have been individuals that have been adulterous, and there have been individuals that have been of very, very dangerous offences against my precious child. Now, this community is of a collective of individuals that have a political base that has been brought to a very poor position in society due to its bad publicity and its bad practices since it commenced its onslaught against my royal title. The issues that this political party have caused have been of slander, defamation, and of very fraudulent behaviours. Malpractice and misconduct is an understatement. So the political party that has been at the forefront of property theft and financial fraud are still continuing to this day in my county. And as I have also been injured in my humanitarian endeavours in 2018, when I literally cleaned house and the country was changed irrevocably. The country that I live in, that I come from, that I am of, is Ireland. And Ireland was a financial fraud and financial exploitation and financial theft. It was also in a state of impoverishment with regard to sanity and sobriety, of which I'm a representative. So there have been individuals that have been overlooking the reality of the situation, and they are disrespecting a worldwide fellowship. Now, my fellowship is of sanity and sobriety, and I'm very concerned that there are persons and people in a collective of a dirty politics agenda that have disrespected faith and family. They've disrespected the Constitution. Now, they've also disrespected the fellowship of sanity and sobriety. So I take great exception to any government that's disrespecting its elected seat. The government members of Dáil Éireann are only elected representatives. I hold a royal title. That is centuries old, and the obligations of the government is to my royal patronage. So I'm just wondering what the government is doing about the circumstances that I'm unduly experiencing, because I didn't give anyone any permission to trespass onto my property. And I didn't give anyone any permission to withhold my child from me. There has not been fair or just trial. And as I am not of common law, I'm wondering what the government is doing about the situation. So there are other matters of people in my proximity that are supposed to be representatives of the government or healthcare providers or state bodies, A, B or C, that are of slander of character. Now, they have no right to be in my proximity. Now, as a sane and sober representative of the fellowship, I represent sanity and sobriety. We don't like our anonymity being disrespected, and anonymity has been disrespected in this community by liabilities of sexual favours, financial theft, and bad bargaining and poor negotiations. That's what I'm tolerating. And I've changed this country irrevocably since 2018, and that's at home and abroad. So this is really quite insulting to people's intelligence. And it's really insulting to progress, and it's really silly if people think they just have to take their clothes off to get a few favours done. Because it's quite dangerous when a child is damaged, and it's very dangerous when a royal title is damaged. So I'm just very curious how intelligent and how sensible people are these days, because only in the past 4 years there's been quite a strong growth in this country, and that's due to my work. But the disrespect is very dangerous. So my marriage that has caused me poverty and pain isn't very positive for people that are at play in a problem that shouldn't be happening. So I just really hope that there's integrity and courage and bravery. I'm very fond of the concept of courage and bravery. It extends from strength, courage, serenity and wisdom. I really hope people have courage and bravery up on this forum, because it's quite dangerous facilitating damages to an innocent mother and child. It affects everybody. So I hope the government knows its obligations to my royal title